Now, the two main kicks that you're going to use from the ground are going to be the same two kicks that you use standing up, primarily, which is front kick and side kick. Those are your two main kicks. There are other kicks, but the two main ones that you'll use on the ground are front and side. Now, the front kick from the ground is done on your back, and what you'll do is you'll raise your butt off the ground, and you'll put all your weight up onto your shoulders and kick upwards. So what I actually do when I do my front kick from the ground is I do a double salchow, like you do in Sivan Tower or the other forms, when you pull your hands back, and I do that to help myself get off the ground and get a good solid base to kick from. And it also helps me get my elevation. Now you notice that my other foot goes flat to the ground. I don't kick with one leg down. What I do is bring that one foot that's not kicking flat to the ground, and with a double salchow motion, and I'll have my head down low, and I'll lift up as high as I can, and that gives me the elevation. So that if my opponent were to come in, you'll see that surprisingly I can kick pretty high, and I'm a short guy. But to be able to bring myself up and I can get the right elevation, I can actually throw a kick to my opponent's face from the floor. Now, the way that I do a side kick from the ground is kind of similar. I'll fall to the ground, and I'll put my non-kicking leg down on the ground. And then what I'll do here is I'll support myself with this elbow, and I'll shoot my side kick from the ground here. So what I don't want to do is have this foot off the floor. I want to anchor myself here so that I can get some elevation with that side kick. Now, a side kick is not going to get you as high as the front kick will. But when the opponent comes in, I'll use that side kick usually to kick to the body, or I can use that side kick to the leg to keep them at bay. And I'll occasionally even roll over to the other side and use the other side kick. So it's a move that you can roll from side to side. Alright, another thing that we want to keep in mind when it comes to takedowns and sweeps is that most of your Wing Chun takedowns rely on getting your opponent's weight unbalanced, taking a couple of his balance points, and then spinning his weight while taking his leg out. Now, that's the crucial element of most Wing Chun throws, is the spin. That uses what we call Chun, or what I like to call whirlpool energy. Now, you're going to see that in a lot of my throwing in Wing Chun, I'm going to use a motion from the Chun form where I pivot from what would be my front leg in a fighting position toward what would be my back leg in a fighting position, and radically changing 180 degrees from one side to the other. Now that can be interpreted a whole bunch of different ways. There's a lot of different things that can be. But one of the ideas that's concealed in that full 180 degree pivot is the idea of spinning your opponent towards your back foot to make a throw more effective. So for example, if we were close and Mario threw a jab at me, if I were to take the punch and pull him into various strikes, once I get him into a position where I can throw him, what I'll do is take him towards my back foot. And that circular motion that I use enables me to unbalance him really easily and throw him a lot more easily than if I try to fight him hip for hip or weight for weight. See? So let me do that slow.